Are you going to say action?
Action.
Hi, I'm John Second at Kiev Real Estate Recovery Fund. We're here today at Gorkogo 18, apartment 19. This is an apartment we purchased and renovated last fall. This is a finished apartment, obviously. I wanted to talk a little bit about the experiment that we did here. As we know, the Kiev market pays a very high premium for a relatively better renovation. This is a factor of many things, not the least of which being income disparity, distribution disparity in Ukraine, a lot of very rich people and a lot of very not rich people. And due to the fact the lack of access to capital, no bank lending, everything, all purchases of apartments, all renovations are done with cash. So a relatively small number of people can do renovations like this. We really wanted to see, and I think it's being proven to an extent, that a high quality renovation with good finishings can rent for a substantial premium to the market and also have a substantially higher resale value than the market. That said, we on the positive side of things, we have won an award for this apartment, Architectural Interior Design of the Year for 2017, which is an amazing accolade and achievement. On the other side of things, this is not the style that we necessarily will go for. As you may see, there's a lot of chandeliers. There's a lot of Renaissance style moldings and feel to the place. Whereas on the other side of things, the kitchen is gold. And although very stylish and beautiful, less utilitarian than it perhaps could be. I think, however, with these pluses and minuses, we're seeing that this apartment will rent at a substantial premium. We're looking at up to $5,500 a month for this. This would put us easily above our 12% gross yields. Again, as I say these numbers, please, as I've said in other videos, our videos are getting much broader viewership than only our investors. And for people that don't necessarily understand the Ukraine market, this price is not indicative of Kiev. It's not indicative of Ukraine, certainly. It's indicative of the very best areas of town with the very best renovations, catering to an exclusively embassy, diplomat level, NGO, foreign company, expat that would live here for a number of years. And it also includes a substantial number of safety improvements, renovations, electricity, water, hot water, heating, sewage, stairway, lift, fire escapes, windows, alarm systems, hooking up to the fire department, etc., that are not available in any apartment for rent in Kiev. And as a result, and the guarantees and our relationships with these foreign organizations, we are able to achieve these premium rents. Now, it is worth it on one hand because there is nothing like this available in the market. There is literally nothing in the market, or very, 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 very little, that meets the U.S. Embassy safety and security requirements that are legislated in Washington and then decided in the U.S. Embassy here in Kiev, specific to the Ukrainian market. These improvements are incredibly expensive. They require bedrooms with solid wood safety doors, bedrooms with deadbolts, safe rooms, bedrooms with peepholes, emergency escapes, emergency fire escapes, etc., etc. What I'm trying to say is for $5,500 a month approximately, this is not a typical apartment. We are Kiev Real Estate Recovery Fund. We are not aiming to be a typical apartment. We have identified a niche in the market that we can fulfill and achieve premium returns to. That's our business. I'd like to now show you a little bit about the renovation. We'll walk through here. John probably, sorry, I just wanted to do an introduction. John Crockett.
Yeah, hi, I'm John Crockett, managing partner here at KRER. As John said, this is not our typical renovation, but it is, quite nice, and we put a lot of time and effort into the design. We won the award, as you mentioned earlier, which is nice, and it's going to rent for a premium price for sure.
Absolutely.
and one of the things when you step back and you look at the renovations we do in general is how much do you need to do? And at a certain point, when you start tearing down walls, talking about changing the floors, and a lot of other details to it, it just becomes a little more expensive, and you kind of go from a very minimal renovation to quickly to full-on, full-bore renovation. And that's what we did here. We tore down walls over there. We added a bedroom. We put a bathroom, master ensuite bedroom, bathroom in the back. We put a floor-to-ceiling window over here as well.
Well, let's
and a
take a
little.
look.
We'll walk through it. John can walk you through it. But
Well, let's go together.
But also, one of the things I want to say is just, which is paramount for all of our renovations, is the open feeling and the light and the way the apartment not only flows, but also just the amount of how open an area feels and the light. You can see here, as we'll walk through it, that there's light all the way through from the front to back of the apartment. You got windows on both sides. This is a huge open area with a kitchen as well as the living room, dining room here. You've got a fireplace, 3.5, I guess almost 3.5 meter ceilings, and we're on the 5th floor here, so it's going to be more light anyway because we're higher up. But we've even added to that just by designing it a certain way and also kind of using the space and adding the open window here and letting the apartment flow just for the. Which is great, just in general, just to kind of get a better feel. And when you contrast that to a lot of the existing units and the stock that's out there in the market, it's night and day. The average kind of renovation here, the Yever Vermont they call it, is just not very good. It's very boxy. They're closing off rooms. There's no flow to the apartment, and it's usually not very usable in general. So that's one of the things that's most paramount with us in terms of just creating the sense of light, open area spaces.
I think those are very good points. I mean, I think, don't walk out of the frame. We're not very good at filming, but we're good at explaining. They call this a smart home. Now, we would call this a normal home. But there's some realities here to Kiev, both due to the political and economic nature of the place. For example, this winter there's not as much gas coming from Russia to Ukraine. They have centralized heating here, if you can believe it, where the government provides heating for the buildings. We cut out that system. We have our own heating system for the apartment, which of course to many of you in the West would be like, of course you do, but anyone here in Kiev, they're heating, and for weeks at a time during the winter you might have no heating and it's -20, or it's -20 and it's 10 degrees in your apartment. I mean, for them this is normal. For us, this is not normal. In addition, we'd like to show you, like for example up here, we have fully integrated heating and air conditioning systems that, centralized heating and air, that might have been normal in the West in the 1970s. It's just becoming normal here in Kiev. But these types of things are more expensive. Also, the type of worker that you need isn't experienced in this type of thing, so we need to train them. Maybe we'll go through here. I'll show you, for example.
Just to add to that too,
please,
things
sorry.
like heated floors. We have this little open area here.
All tile areas and stone areas are heated.
Right. Bathrooms will have heated floors.
This is how the heating system works. I mean, we're getting into, obviously this is a beautiful design, we're getting into the technical aspects of things. Gas-powered water heating for the floors and radiators. Now, this is normal, but it's not normal in Kiev. And if you're someone that has come to Kiev not from Ukraine and is not used to having heating in the winter, or not used to the environment here, and you're already in, frankly, culture shock, having heating in the winter becomes an important part of your life. And this is part of the service, it's more than service that we provide, it's a stable living environment. And it sounds normal, but it's more than. Now, let's talk about the design a little bit here. This is the entrance to the master bedroom. You see French doors, all in glass. This is the main ensuite bathroom. Please go in to the master bedroom. Again, chandeliers. Turn on the lights. Beautiful bathtubs, beautiful custom stone countertops, all natural stone wall tiles. It is beautiful. Frankly, what this would cost in the West, it's far cheaper here. Yes, it's a more expensive renovation. We are running approximately just over $1,000 a meter here. But to be honest with you, that's ridiculous. I mean, this renovation is approximately $175,000 for a 175 square meter 4-bedroom apartment with this type of finish. So that is incredible value added. Like my friend from Vancouver was saying, a renovation like this could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, more than what we paid. Let's continue to walk through into the master bedroom. One thing we always try to include in our master bedrooms is ensuite bathrooms and walk-in closets. Again, you'll see we have every bathroom has its own hot water tank, hot water heater. This is to ensure sufficient hot water. We don't put these hot water tanks in the bathrooms. They always go into the closets and relatively hidden away. We also provide built-in wall safes in these types of rooms. This is the master bedroom. A beautiful room with windows on 2 sides. And if you could just walk this way a little bit. I mean, this is one of the extra things that we talk about here in Ukraine. This is called Chorny Vyhod. This is like a back entrance to the building. Relatively, this outside of the master bedroom, which can be locked and secured and deadbolted, you can essentially escape your apartment and escape the apartment building through this door through the master bedroom. So this is a feature that some embassies do desire. Only the top floor apartments have access to this stairway, and it's a very non-discreet entrance onto the street. Most people wouldn't recognize where it's coming from. So it's also a very good safety feature. Let's perhaps walk back through. Sorry, Joe.
I want to focus on the floors as well, just how
Please do.
nicely done the floors are. This is parquet, nice parquet, and just walking around, you have this incredibly nice, smooth, level feeling, which our particular contractor that did this unit has a really good track record with.
It's a beautifully laid, solid wood floor. No cracks. You couldn't get a hair between this custom wood floor. It's absolutely beautiful. We are trying, we're in a heritage protected building in one of the best locations in Kiev, and we're trying to meld this together. This building is over 100 years old. It's a pre-communist revolutionary building, as they call it, and it has significant historical value. It's a registered and certified architectural heritage building. So we try to mesh the old and the new together. The floor is a herringbone pattern, which although it's new and modern and high quality materials, this herringbone pattern was very typical during the Soviet days. So that's kind of a mesh between the styles together, which I think is quite interesting.
And I'd add to look how open and light and spacious it feels as we walk into the other section of the house, of the apartment. And I point out that this is actually an overcast day. We had snow earlier. It's late March in Kiev, but it's overcast out, yet you can just see how light and open this place feels.
So important.
And it's on both sides of the house. You don't have any dark, dingy parts. Every side of this apartment is well lit, which is very important.
We're kind of walking back into the entryway of the apartment here. This is the entryway. We have all custom closets, which aren't necessarily terribly interesting. Solid wood doors. I mean, these doors are very heavy. I wouldn't even hazard a guess, over 150 pounds, 70, 80 kilos each. Coming in, I mean, this is one of the other bedrooms. A good size, certainly. A bed, a large double bed is usually about this big, so it's quite big bedroom. All built-in custom closets with good quality hinges and hardware, which is of course very important. Nice windows, brand new windows. Also, we've concentrated on very nice molding and solid wood floorboards, baseboards, door moldings, etc. So that makes a big difference. This is a design element of the apartment. This is the guest bathroom, the entranceway bathroom. You might want to walk in there and take a look. It includes a lot of stripes, a lot of mirrors, a shower of quite interesting design. Again, solid natural stone, absolutely beautiful stone. Toilet sink. This is a popular Ukrainian thing where the guest bathroom or the entryway bathroom has a sort of nice restaurant feel. I mean, we might not necessarily go for this type of style. We want more of a comfortable home feeling. But I mean, it's certainly an interesting architectural design decision. Walk to the next bedroom. A little bit different color scheme, pretty much exactly the same. Nothing super different here. Every bedroom, of course, has its own air conditioning system. All the central areas are central air conditioning and heating, but these bedrooms have individual air conditioning. The closets are, automatic lights go on, LED, custom built, solid wood. They're beautiful closets. I mean, they're mostly pretty practical, utilitarian, so they're good. These are two good, solid additional bedrooms. We already looked at the master bedroom. We'll sort of go into a secondary master bedroom, which is amazing. That we have two essentially master bedrooms. Walk in here. This is sort of acts as your walk-in closet wardrobe. Beautiful solid stone floors into another ensuite bathroom. So here we have. The entryway bathroom, I'm not sure if you'd call it a full bathroom, but it's a solid 2.5, 3 bathroom, 4-bedroom place. Come on in. Beautiful bath shower, beautiful purple stone. I love stone, as you can probably tell. High quality fixtures, of course, it's Windsor. It's a British classical style, this bedroom, as you could say. Walking into the secondary master bedroom. It's not much larger than the other two bedrooms. However, of course, it has the ensuite walk-in closet and additional closet space here. So we'll patch into this video. Maybe let's walk back into the living room. It's quite interesting.
One thing to point out too here are these nice heavy wooden doors that we use for every room here, which are quite nice. Feel very solid and easy to open and close.
So we're back here. Maybe would you mind walking around this, Dixon? It's actually quite fascinating to we have a shot here, a before and after shot. We can post into the video here what pretty much a photograph that was taken from that angle, and you can see what the apartment looked like before we did the renovation. Somehow when you're in the process, it feels like it's a big change, but not that big a change. It's a pretty big change. That's pretty much it for me. Did you have any closing remarks?
No, that's pretty much it. It's a great place, very 4-bedroom. What we like, it's right in the sweet spot of the rental categories we like, and as you can see, the renovation is amazing, and it's just one of our premium properties that we're really happy with.
Absolutely. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon.